Hello and welcome back to another Meals of the Week video. So we are starting off with one of my absolute favourites, which is a marinated chicken and halloumi salad. So I just did this all on the grill, save getting a frying pan out, which is how I normally do my halloumi. But I popped it all on my Tefal grill. The chicken was marinated in some tandoori seasoning and the halloumi had flecks of chilli in. It's one I get from Lidl. Steve decided that he just wanted peppers with his chicken on this evening because he wasn't feeling so great, and I had mine with some lettuce and onion. This is just one of our Friday night favourites. Sometimes we put it in tortilla wraps, but sometimes we just have it as a salad, and it was really, really good. So it was Friday night, which means movie night in this house, and I did the boys some burgers, just little burgers, which I always flatten down because they come really round and thick and I like them to be a bit skinnier. They always have a bowl of treats as well, just to sit and watch a film with. It's something we've done since they were babies, like really young, and we've just continued the tradition, although the movies have changed a little bit. So for dinner tonight we have got a simple Bolognese pasta. I've used the 5% fat beef mince, and we've got whole wheat pasta, which we actually really like. It stays a bit firmer and it doesn't tend to go as sort of floppy. Floppy, is that a thing? Yeah, it's a bit more al dente if we're going to say it properly. And I've topped it with a little bit of grated cheese, and I've just cheated and been lazy and used a little like jar sauce tonight because couldn't be bothered really. So this is what we've got for dinner tonight. So I'm just starting tonight's dinner and I'm making a kielbasa and potato tray bake. So I've just chopped some potatoes, some yellow pepper, one onion and some frozen garlic in here, and then there's a little bit of oil, some smoked paprika and some salt, and then I've got some of these kielbasa, which is a Polish smoked sausage, and I'm going to chop that up, pop it on the top, mix it through, and then grate some cheese on it towards the end of cooking. So I'm probably going to put it in for about half an hour, take it out, grate some cheese on, and then pop it back in. Right, so my sausage is chopped up and mixed through, and I'm just going to pop this in the oven, see how we're going after half hour, and then pop some cheese on. So here we are after about half an hour, and what I'm going to do now is just grate some cheese on top. I've checked the potatoes and they are soft. So yeah, I'm just going to put some cheddar on and pop it back in for another 10 to 15 minutes. So here we are out of the oven. I'm just about to serve it up, but the peppers have gone like invisible. There are peppers in there, onions, kielbasa and some grated cheese. So I'm just going to pop it in the bowls. So here we are, same thing, just in a bowl, not much different, but I thought I'd show you it served up. So that's what we've got for dinner tonight. So if you watch my epic breakfast meal prep video, then some of you asked to see the burritos and the breakfast after they'd come out of the freezer and been reheated. So this is obviously one of the burritos. This has been in the freezer for about a week now, and I've taken it out this morning. And what I did was I gave it 2 minutes in the microwave in its paper, and then I let it stand for a minute, and then I've given it another 2 minutes. So it was nice and piping hot. It's cooled down now because I brought it out here to film. So it was nice and hot in the middle. It's still really, really soft, and yeah, it just, they taste amazing. They taste the same as they did when I made them. So yeah, that's the burrito, and I will try and film the rest as I get them out. I'll try and pop them in videos as and when we eat them. So on this particular night it was my son's birthday, and he is a big pizza fan, and instead of a birthday cake he asked me to make him a Nutella pizza. So I decided to use some Tesco ready rolled pizza dough, and then I got 2 packs of Rolos and popped them in the freezer. Once they were frozen, I just rolled out the pizza dough and laid the Rolos around the edge. Then I folded the dough over the top to make a Rolo stuffed crust. For our base we used Nutella and just smeared it all the way over like you would with tomato puree. Topped it with marshmallows and popped it in the oven for about 15 minutes. This was a really big hit. It went really gooey and sticky. The crust was all oozing caramel and chocolate. And as far as birthday cakes go, it was really, really worthwhile, and it put a smile on his face, which is the most important thing. This also freezes really well and tastes just as good when you get it back out the freezer, and it can also be eaten cold. Definitely a win, and if you're going to make it, I'd make 2 because it goes down really, really fast. So I'm just starting on tonight's chicken wings to go with Jake's pizza. We're ordering pizza, but we are cooking some chicken wings. So basically I do my chicken wings by just coating them in corn flour, I give them about 15 or 20 minutes in the oven so they go nice and crispy. Then I'm going to toss them in some Frank's Red Hot wing sauce and pop them back in the oven, and they are like the best chicken wings ever. So my wings are half cooked and they look like this, so they've just started to go crispy. And then I poured a bottle of Frank's sauce over them, and I'm just going to mix it round and pop it back in the oven, and then they will go all nice and sticky, and then you've got your Frank's Red Hot crispy wings. So for tonight's dinner we've got another salad, and this time I've done some air fried carrots on the top. We've got some chicken that I've marinated in some tikka curry powder. We've got some roasted peppers, some chilies, rocket, some yogurt, tomato, cucumber, lettuce, and that's about it. This is what we've got for dinner tonight. So I'm just doing tonight's dinner. So in this pan I've got 1 pack of pork mince, which is 500 grams pork mince. That's the lean one. I've got a tin of tomatoes, 2 onions, about 3 cloves of garlic, and then I've put in some smoked paprika and a fresh red chilli and some salt. And then to this I'm going to add 3 bags of frozen cauliflower rice, and I'm going to add some more seasonings, probably maybe a stock cube, and what else am I going to put in? Stock cube, some black pepper, maybe a little bit of Worcester sauce, tomato puree, my 3 bags of cauli rice, and then I'll mix it all together, and this will do Steve and I 2 meals, so it'll do 4 meals all together, or if the boys want it then we'll split it between the 5 of us, and if they don't want it then we'll have 2 tonight, and then we've got 2 to put in the freezer. Just a really good healthy vegetable packed meal with not a lot of calories, and it's really filling. So there is my cauliflower rice. I've just popped it on top. I'm going to gently stir it through and then add the other bits that I said, and it's going to be a really nice spicy tomatoey comforting dinner, and it will look better than this once it's all mixed in. I don't cook the cauliflower rice first, I just put it straight in frozen. So here is our cauliflower rice and pork mince all plated up, and I've just put mine on some iceberg lettuce and added some cayenne pepper and some rocket on the top, and I'm probably going to add some vegan yogurt because that's what I put on pretty much everything, and that's what's for dinner tonight. So what will actually probably be a couple of weeks ago for you now, but is actually like a couple of days ago for me, I filmed a shopping haul where I said I was going to use up everything that was in my fridge, freezers and cupboards. So tonight's dinner is going to be kind of a freezer dive. I've got a pack of southern fried chicken steaks, I've got a thin and crispy cheese and tomato pizza, and then I've just poured some empty, like almost empty bags of bits in here. So we've got some Space Raiders, some fries, onion rings, and there's some garlic mushrooms. I'm just going to put it all in the fridge. I'm not going to put it all in the fridge, am I? I'm going to put it all in the oven, and I think I'm going to do some like spaghetti hoops with it. We've got some flatbreads left over as well, so they could always have their burgers in flatbreads. And then I'm just going to try and arrange it on a plate because it's food and it's hanging around, it needs using, so that's what is going to be for dinner tonight. So here it is, plated up, just a basic freezer dive dinner with some token greenery on the side, and then we've got the rest of this punnet of strawberries to add to it as well, just for that little bit of healthiness amongst the junk. But this is what we're having to use up some bits tonight.